Yes, guys, we're still talking about the Russian collusion. Yes, Robert Mueller serves up an alley-oop to the Democrats. Let's see how the Democrats respond as the battlegrounds are being settled and the battle equipment is being settled for elections 2020. I'm going to try to explain what happened when Robert Mueller first time talks of his report. And what does he says? I'm going to explain it in layman's term from day one. That way everybody understand exactly what's going on, because these things are probably going to, keep escalating again next year, 2020 election. So these people might be getting, their artillery, their equipment to do battle in 2020. Robert Mueller spoke this week. He gave, apart from his report that is already out, now he speaks for the first time, and he talks about volume 1 and volume 2. I have not read the report. I'm not going to read the report. You probably haven't read the report because nobody cares about the report. Everybody knows that Donald Trump did not collude with Russia. And that's precisely what when he talks about volume 1 is well, let me explain to you. He was supposed to investigate 2 issues, and they categorized this way. Volume 1 was supposed to be when he investigated Russian collusion. Volume 2 was obstruction of justice. Let's see what Robert Mueller says on volume 1, which is collusion. Again, for the 1 billionth time regarding this, but the Democrats don't stop because they don't know how to stop.
The first volume of the report details numerous efforts emanating from Russia to influence the election. This volume includes a discussion of the Trump campaign's response to this activity, as well as our conclusion that there was insufficient evidence to charge a broader conspiracy.
Did you hear that? There was insufficient evidence to charge a broader conspiracy. Donald Trump did not collude with Russia for the 15th billionth time. Can we move on now to apparently to Robert Mueller? No, we can't. And look what he said. This is why he's being criticized by conservatives everywhere, because I think he does this really irresponsible, and he serves up this, what I call this alley-oop to the Democrats. Now we're going to talk about volume 2, and look what he says regarding volume 2, which is now, remember what this is, volume 2, obstruction of justice. He already said that Donald Trump did not commit a crime. So what is he going to obstruct, or what is he trying to cover up if he did not commit a crime? That's the logic. There's supposedly 10 instances where Donald Trump did something where he might have looked like he was trying to obstruct justice. But again, it all falls down to what crime was he trying to obstruct? What was he trying to cover up? What if Robert Mueller says he did not commit a crime, but let's see what he talks about here, which he's talking about volume 2.
And in the second volume, the report describes the results and analysis of our obstruction of justice investigation involving the president. The order appointing me special counsel authorized us to investigate actions that could obstruct the investigation. And we conducted that investigation, and we kept the Office of the Acting Attorney General apprised of the progress of our work. And as set forth in the report, after that investigation, if we had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so.
Did you hear what he said? That if we had confidence that he did not commit a crime, we would have said so. Now he's casting that shadow that the Democrats are running with.
We did not, however, make a determination as to whether the president did commit a crime. The introduction to the volume 2 of our report explains that decision.
Again, he says that he wasn't confident that Donald Trump did not try to cover up this obstruct justice of this crime that he didn't commit, right? No problem, right? So he couldn't even recommend charges, right? He couldn't make a judgment on that. But I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give him that. Okay. Now let's go to this part, which is very, very important, where he alleges, and he says that because Department of Justice standards say that you cannot charge a sitting president, that is the reason he did not do it. But then he throws an alley-oop for the Democrats to come and dunk. And look who he says could bring charges according to the Constitution of the United States. Via what route?
It explains that under long-standing department policy, a president cannot be charged with a federal crime while he is in office.
While he's in office.
That is unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional.
Even if the charge is kept under seal and hidden from public view, that too is prohibited.
So was he saying, I cannot charge him. Department of Justice cannot charge him in traditional routes to a sitting president. They could bring charges against co-conspirators, anybody under Trump, yes, but to a sitting president they can't. And look what he says.
Special counsel's office is part of the Department of Justice, and by regulation, it was bound by that department policy. Charging the president with a crime was therefore not an option we could consider.
They could not charge the president because of what he said, because of this supposed procedure in the Department of Justice, right? This long-standing way of doing things. Now, look at the famous alley-oop I'm talking about. Here we go.
And second, the opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing.
Toma. The Constitution requires a process to charge the sitting president with formally for doing something for wrongdoing. And what is that process? Bill Clinton knows that process. It's called impeachment. Impeachment. So Bob Mueller right now just served an alley-oop. Again, let me put it back so you guys hear it.
And second, the opinion says that the Constitution requires a process other than the criminal justice system to formally accuse a sitting president of wrongdoing.
Other than the Department of Justice, the Constitution requires that other process is called impeachment. That's where Robert Mueller just did a favor too. And I don't know if they want to, because they're gonna fail. There's nothing here. The nation is not gonna put Donald Trump through. Hey, you know what? You tried to obstruct a crime you didn't commit. They could lose really bad. Again, Donald Trump, if you guys don't know already, they assigned an investigator in Connecticut to investigate how did this witch hunt, as he calls it, started in the first place. So he's getting his ammunition. There might be some bad cops that are gonna fall here. He's getting his ammunition. The Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, it's in her. The ball is in her court. She's gonna have to make a decision pronto of whether they're gonna pursue this impeachment, which is gonna fall flat on his face, because obviously he's not gonna get impeached, because impeachment start in the House of Representatives and they got to move up to the Senate, which the House is Democrat control. The Senate is Republican control. It's not going nowhere. With so many problems on the United States table, we have trade wars, we have problems with Iran, we have problems in Israel, the Middle East, we have problems in North Korea. The Democrats are heavily invested in just getting this man out of office and destroying the Trump presidency. Guys, what you guys think? We are just heating up the 2020 election cycle, and the Democrats won't stop because they can't stop. Remember to sub to the channel, guys, with your help, only with your help, by subscribing, by sharing this channel, the videos, by commenting on these videos. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are, man. What are your thoughts on these things? Guys, we have to talk. Yo, if you're a Trump supporter, don't be afraid, man. Don't let these people shut you up. Don't let these people shut you up. You only live once. These people are bullies. Yo, give your thoughts, give your opinions. Remember, God bless, Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out.
Really? You made it to the end of the video? Congratulations. You have no life. Go check out one of my other videos. Sub to the channel. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Check out my other social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I do have a life, so I'm not going to be that active, but follow me on there. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine.